Tyson's threats prior to the bout so severe security separated him from Lewis to make sure he didn't bite off more than he could chew.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Lewis came out looking for a first-round knockout, Tyson surprisingly with a cool head. Lewis making his tactics clear to keep Tyson in close, but receiving a warning for the ploy. The Briton clearly outboxing Iron Mike in the first 3 stanzas and having a gash to show for it. In the 4th, Tyson down and groggy.
And down goes Tyson. Tyson's down, but are they calling it no knockdown?
It was Lewis the loser, having a point taken away for a low blow. But it was Tyson's corner sensing trouble. In the 6th, Lewis unleashed the artillery, but Tyson weathered the storm. In the 7th, the punishment continued, but he still wouldn't go away. In the 8th, Tyson suffered his first knockdown and standing 8 count. He was barely on his feet, so Lennox Lewis knocked him off them.
And Lennox caught him with the right hand. Mike can't recover from this. It's up to 5 and 6. He won't get up.
I thought he was trying to get out of the fight, but then I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get him back in the fight, you know. Biting was first blood. I got second blood tonight.
He was just splendid, a masterful boxer. I just take my hand off to you and just please.
On the river, the bout had increased security, along with the normal pre-fight razzmatazz. The 8th round wasn't pretty when Lewis had Tyson well and truly tamed. The big Brit then sent the controversial American to the floor to end the fight.
And down he goes.
Oh, what a titanic
And Lennox caught him with the right hand. Mike can't recover from this. Lennox Lewis with a bolt out of the blue knocks out Mike Tyson.
Lewis retains the heavyweight belt, but Tyson, well beaten.
He was beaten and battered by heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis. Apparently unconcerned about any negative energy in the building, Tyson has decided to fight Clifford Etienne at the same venue on February 22nd.
You must have loved my last show, huh? So you brought me back. I'm just really, all jokes aside, I'm just really happy to be here. I'm happy to be back, happy to be in shape and be here fighting again.
The enigmatic Tyson appeared humble after his June knockout at the hands of Lewis. And the former world champion continued his apparent rebirth, uttering some words of newfound wisdom.
I have to grow up, I have to deal with my responsibilities. It's just so many things. My whole barometer and perspective just had to be changed in a positive direction, that is. And it's just an ongoing process. But I feel good. I'm just very happy, and I'm tired of being stupid. I'm just ready to go.
Etienne, nicknamed the Black Rhino, has lost once and drew with Francois Botha in his last outing.
It's going to be like 2 pit bulls locking in. I mean, people ask me how we're going to fight. Well, you already know how I fight.
With 1 million more expected to watch on pay television. But doubt surrounds Tyson's comeback against 30-year-old Etienne. Statistics speak for themselves, with a 49-4 record including 43 knockouts. But a strained back, complications from a face tattoo, bronchitis, a soaring temperature and a case of diarrhea have all been cited as the reason the year-old has not fought since being well beaten by Lewis in Memphis 8 months ago. And he needs an impressive victory over Etienne to spark any interest in a rematch with Lewis, planned for June. But Jeff Fennick is concerned his fighting future could be in jeopardy. Ship with the former world heavyweight champion, but for the time being, it appears next week's fight is on the road.
That's just me, who I am. I don't care about no tattoo and fight. People fight, and that just happens. We do this. I don't know about no warrior and all that stuff. This is just what I do. I fight for a living. I'm in the hurt business, and no one should care.
Try telling that to the 15,000-strong crowd that paid top dollar for the on-again, off-again non-title heavyweight fight at the Pyramid Arena. And the reasoning behind the 2 ex-convicts finally agreeing to fight was simple.
He needed the money. I'm always in need of money, and I'm glad the both of us did.
Having been knocked down 9 times in his career, Clifford Etienne faced an ominous Mike Tyson, complete with his Maori facial tattoo. The Black Rhino charged Tyson from the opening bell in an attempt to smother the former champ's legendary power. But the plan soon fell apart as Etienne attempted to stand toe-to-toe with Tyson and trade blows. The result was devastating. After a quick celebration, Tyson was fast to assist his dazed opponent, then delivered another knockout blow.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
But Iron Mike showed little signs of back pain as he pummeled Etienne after just 49 seconds. It was Tyson's 44th stoppage and his 6th fastest of all time, taking his incredible record to 50 wins and 4 losses. The win sets up a mouth-watering rematch with England's Lennox Lewis, but Tyson appears just a little bit apprehensive.
I don't believe I'm ready to fight him at this moment. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm not going to lie to the public. I need more fights, and I'm not interested in getting beat up again.
A groggy Etienne provoked further fighting after the bout when he accidentally punched
boxing giant taking on a living Irish monster, and neither was afraid of the other.
And look at this guy.
From the outset, McBride hung on whenever he could, and in the 4th he needed to.
And it has the crowd in a frenzy as he pulls back from the body.
Outpointed in the first 2 rounds, Tyson was back on level terms. Then it got vicious. McBride was now delivering the blows that hurt, and Tyson was docked 2 points for an intentional headbutt. Exhausted, he then slumped to the canvas. The headbutt had opened the Irishman's eyelid, yet it was Tyson who couldn't answer the bell for the 7th. And enough was enough for boxing's most loved and despised champion.
I don't have that ferocity. I'm not an animal anymore.
Does that mean we won't see you fight again?
Yeah, most likely I'm not going to fight again.
Earlier in the night, up went a chant recognised around the world.
And now the Ali chant started.
The great Muhammad was ringside, fixed on daughter Laila and her fight. Thankfully, it was stopped at the end of the 3rd. Dad was impressed. Clinton Fletcher, National
Fire.
I think he might have hurt Mike Tyson.
Tyson docked 2 points after attempting to snap McBride's arm in a clinch. The bout turning into a war in the 6th. Tyson's lack of staying power clear for all to see.
McBride hanging in there, leans on him, and Mike just sits down this time.
Iron Mike refusing to come out for the 7th, the loss his 3rd from his past 4 fights. McBride winner by way of TKO. A sad end for the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson calling it a day after a 20-year roller coaster ride in the ring.
I don't have the stomach for this kind of no more. I'm more conscious of my children and those guys looking at my parents. I don't have that ferocity. I'm not an animal anymore.